Hello students, I am here with the video from the new chapter of class 10th NCERT book. The name of this chapter is Magnetic Effect of Electric Current. Before starting today's video, I would like to tell you about the topics which shall be discussed in this chapter. So the topics which are to be discussed are as follows. The first topic which we will discuss is the history of magnetism. Then we'll discuss about bar magnets and even other types of magnets also we'll discuss. Then we are going to discuss about some properties which is related with the bar magnet or the magnets, that is magnetic field. Then we are going to discuss about one experiment, that is Oester's experiment. Then magnetic field lines we'll discuss, and also we are going to focus on the magnetic field due to electric current carrying conductor. Then force on current carrying conductor due to magnetic field will also be discussed. Then we'll discuss about the electric motor, then electromagnetic induction also will discuss, and then we are going to discuss about electric generator. So this electric motor and electric generator, these are the various applications which is related with this magnetism concept. Okay, so we'll start with the topic. Before that, I would just tell you about the mind map of this chapter. Means I am going to connect the topic of this chapter using this mind map. Okay, it is also helpful in studying the concepts. Fine. Now next, the magnetic effect means magnetic effect of electric current. Will start with magnet and its properties, then about magnetic field lines and its properties. For describing these field lines, we are going to discuss about one of the rule, that is right hand thumb rule. That will be Maxwell's right hand thumb rule. Then we'll discuss about one of the simple device which is made using this magnetic effect is the solenoid. Then based on this solenoid, we'll discuss about electromagnets. Electromagnets at a glance means the magnets which is made with the help of electricity. Then we'll discuss about Fleming's left hand rule, and this Fleming's left hand rule will be applied in electric motor. Then Fleming's right hand rule will also be discussed, which is based upon electromagnetic induction, and this electromagnetic induction is generally used in generators. Next, we'll discuss about the domestic electric circuits which is present in our homes, and we'll also discuss about the safety measures, that is fuse, and also about the earth wires. Okay, so these topics will be discussed in this complete chapter in the magnetic effect of electric current. So starting with magnetic effect, first I'll introduce the topic magnets and magnetism. So here are two pictures which I have pasted here. So this first picture is showing you about a magnet which is going to cling some objects. These objects are made up of iron, and the magnet has a property to attract these iron pieces, these iron nails. Now based upon this concept only, the substances, the materials are of two types: magnetic material and non-magnetic materials. Magnetic materials means those materials which has a property of attracting towards the magnets. So those materials which are attracted by the magnets, they are called magnetic material. Okay, and there are certain materials which is not attracted by the magnet, they are called non-magnetic material. So this magnetic material, one of the example of this magnetic material is very common, that is the iron nail. And we all have played in our lifetime once, or at least once we have already played with this magnet using magnets and the nails, isn't it? So this magnet is helpful in many other devices. Now this magnet has a property called magnetism. Now what is this magnetism? Magnetism means it is the attraction property of the magnet towards all magnetic substances. Okay, so the magnetism is all involved in the following objects which is using this magnets. Even rather, I would say it is using the electromagnet. It is a special kind of magnet which is made using electricity. Now certain devices like hair dryer, microphones, means mic, also use the electromagnetism property. Then hard disk is there, which is using the magnetic electromagnetism. Then it is speakers are there, which is going to use electromagnetism. Even key cards, these key cards are used to open the doors of the hotels. And then even your ATM cards also, the debit cards also, they have a strip of magnetic strip over it, that black strip which you could see at the back side of the ATM cards. So they also involve this magnetism concept. And next is the MRI scanner. This also has very much application in the medicine field. Okay, next is the trains. This bullet trains and all these are also metro trains. All these are based upon the electromagnetism only. Now we'll discuss this electromagnetism in later in this chapter. With starting with this chapter with the history of magnets. The history of magnets says from where is this magnet arrived, now why this word magnet has been used, and who was the person, or who from where is this concept of magnetism involved. So according to let's study this. So I have put this picture also, and I have written I have pasted the story about the magnetism or magnets. Okay, let's find out from where is this magnet arrived. According to a Greek legend, magnetism, Greek legend means it is according to the Greek stories. It is a type of story, you could say. It is a type of a literature, you could say. In English, you would have studied about the word legend. So according to a Greek legend, magnetism was first discovered by a shepherd. Very strange, okay, it's very strange thing that it has been discovered by a shepherd whose name was Magnus. So this Magnus, who was living in Magnesia. So this Magnesia was a place where this person was living. He was a shepherd. Shepherd means a person who take cares of the livestock, especially the sheep. So Magnus was herding his sheep through the mountains. Suddenly, he noticed the ferrule of his stick and the nail in his sandals got stuck to a rock. Okay, so two things he has noticed: that edge of his stick was made up of iron, which got stuck to that rock, and also the nails which were present in his sandal also stuck to that rock. Now the iron present in his stick and the nails were attracted towards this magnetic rock. So from here the word magnetic rock has arrived. Okay, there was some, so he thought that there is something, some problem has happened, or why is it so that this magnetic rock has attracted his nails or his stick, which is made up of iron, at its edge. The stone was named as magnetite. Okay, after the name of the shepherd or the country it was found in. So this magnetite ore, the name of the word magnetite has arrived from this legend, Greek legend. Okay, it was also known as lodestone because of its attractive property. So there is one of I think I as far as I remember, there is one more story regarding this magnetism, is that which you would have studied in class 6th, I think. It is given there in the NCERT book also, that one king was there. He was moving on his chariot, and his chariot's wheel got stuck to this stone, and it was not able to move properly. So from there this word lodestone has come, because the king was facing the load in taking out the wheel of that chariot from that particular rock. So he found that there is some loads. Even this shepherd also found that there is some load which has been tied on the sandals, on his sandals, so that because of which he was not able to move properly. But that was not, later on, that was nothing but it was only the property of magnetism which was attracting the iron nails and the iron object which was present in his stick towards that stone. Okay. So what has happened? This was the story about magnetism. Now this magnetite is one of the 3 naturally occurring oxides of iron. Okay, so iron is a metal which is obtained in the form of ores. So these ores are this magnetite is one of the naturally occurring oxides of iron. It gets attracted to magnets and can easily be magnetized to form permanent magnets. So this is a photograph of magnetite, you could see here. This is used for making the permanent natural magnets. Okay, now next is the naturally magnetized piece of magnetites are called lodestone. So what is a lodestone? Lodestone is naturally magnetized piece of this magnetite is known as the lodestone. Okay, Next, people from ancient Egypt started using this magnet to play tricks by making objects of worship floating in the mid-air by proper positioning of the magnets. Okay, so they started playing tricks over this. But these Egyptian people, they started playing tricks using these lodestone. Okay, legends has see one. This legend also is written here. This legend has it. The emperor from China used this magnet. Used magnets to save his palace by constructing gates made up of lodestone. Okay, the armors made of metals got attracted towards this magnetic gates and prevented going in from the going in of any of the enemy from that gate. Okay, so he used to construct the magnetic gates. He used to construct this magnetic gates using these lodestones, so that some armor, some people, those who were carrying armors or the guns which were made up of iron, they got stuck to these gates and they would not be able to enter inside those gates. Okay, so this is how some stories are present in the past. Stories are there which would tell you about the the magnets and its properties. Even some properties were discovered later on, but it was the practical use of the magnets at that time. So okay, so this was about the history of magnets. Next, the types of magnets which we use. There are various types of magnets. For example, bar magnet is there, then ring magnets is there, then disc magnet, magnetic needle, and horseshoe magnet. Most commonly used magnets are these three: bar magnet, you will study here, horseshoe magnet, and this magnetic needle. Okay, so this is most commonly used magnetic needles, magnet types of magnet. Now, on the basis of natural occurrence of the magnets, it is of two types. On the basis of occurrence, it is of two types. First one is known as the natural magnet, okay, which we have seen just now, that this is the natural magnet, which is the magnetite ore, which is used for making permanent magnets. And there is next one more, that is called artificial magnets, okay, or man-made artificial magnets or man-made magnets. So these are the magnets which is made by human beings. These are the examples of artificial magnets. Okay, now two types of magnet is they present. Two types of magnets are there on the basis of their magnetic properties. One is the permanent magnet, another one is the temporary magnets that they are going to lose, and third type is also an electromagnet. Okay, this is based upon the magnetic property of the material. Now, this magnetic compass, what is this? Magnetic compass is a device which is used to see the directions of navigation. Okay, while navigation, or even here also you could see, it is not that they are not able to see find out the direction. So while navigating, people used to see the direction using this magnetic compass. So this magnetic compass has magnetic needle in between, which is this red and white. This is called this is the magnetic needle, which is aligned in one direction. Okay, now once you are rotating this in air or just keeping this in air, you are keeping this outside, so this is going to detect the north-south direction. Now, how is this going to detect the north-south direction? It is because of one of the property of magnets. So we'll discuss about the properties of magnets in details. Okay, next, bar magnet means now it is made up of two poles, that is north pole and the south pole. This is first property of the magnet, that it is made up of two poles, that is north and south pole. Okay, second property is that the like poles are going to repel and unlike pole is going to attract. Okay, unlike means south and north and south, these are unlike poles, and like poles means same poles, north and south. These two are going to repel. Suppose that you are bringing one more magnet to here, so what will happen if you are bringing one more magnet here facing this south, this side? So what will happen? South and south pole will be there, so these poles are going to repel each other. So attraction and repulsion are the two more properties of magnet. Next property is its directional property. This if you are going to suspend any magnet in the air for some time using a thread, then this magnet always rests in the direction of north and south. So this is used in the directional property. So this directional property is only used in this magnetic compass, where when you are there, it is always, this magnetic needle is always going to point towards north and the south direction. Okay, in your labs also you will see that the magnets which are present also has color code, that half of the magnet will be blue, half of the magnet will be red painted. Why? Because showing you the different poles, where red is showing you the north pole here, and blue is showing you the south pole. Okay, the next property, which next word which is related with this magnet is magnetic field. Now what is this magnetic field? Magnetic field and its lines. Now what is a magnetic field? Field means certain space. Okay, field is a place where you go and play, in a very basic, in a very simple language. Now here magnetic field means area around a magnet. What kind of area around a magnet? It is an area which in which the magnetic property could be seen. Means force of attraction could be measured, force of attraction could be applied, or it could be detected. Okay, so it is a magnetic field is a region around a magnet. It is a region around a magnet where the force of attraction or repulsion could be detected, is called magnetic field. I told you that field is the meaning of field means it is an area. This area is lying around the magnetic field, where this force of attraction and repulsion could be observed, could be detected. So this is called magnetic field. Okay, next, magnetic field around a magnet can be detected by using magnetic compass. Just now I have shown you this magnetic compass, which has a magnetic needle. Now as soon as this needle is coming closer to this north and the south poles of this magnet, it is going to rotate, and it is going to rest in north and south direction. Okay, suppose that this south pole is here, and if you are bringing this magnetic compass here, it is going to point towards this magnetic needle is going to be attracted towards the north pole. So north facing side of this needle will be placed this side. Okay, and south will be just opposite. So you could easily find out two directions. Fine. Now next thing is that this is used by the use of magnetic compass. Now how you are going to detect this magnetic field, we are just going to study in the activity part. Okay, now what are magnetic field lines? Now magnetic field lines are those lines which could be drawn just around this magnetic field. So magnetic field lines are drawn in this magnetic field. Now these lines are actually, they are not drawn, they are the imaginary lines which is present, which we feel that it is present around the magnet. And if you want to draw them, you could draw using the magnetic compass. Even there is one activity given in your NCERT book about drawing the magnetic field lines and to find out the magnetic field lines. Okay, now there are certain properties of these magnetic field lines we'll study just now. I'll give you the description about these magnetic field lines. So what is magnetic field lines? Magnetic field lines are the path around a magnet along which the north pole of the magnetic compass needle tends to move. Okay, now as soon as you're going to put the needle of the magnetic compass here, so the north facing needle is moving towards outside. It is going to move. It is going to move. Okay, then this is known as the magnetic field line. Okay, now you could draw many magnetic field line, as you could see this in this original photograph of magnetic field lines, which is shown in this diagram, which has been drawn using iron fillings and the bar magnet. Okay, so the magnetic field lines around a magnet can be observed by sprinkling some iron fillings around a magnet. What you have to do is, you have to take a bar magnet, then you will sprinkle some iron fillings. Okay, just like that, you will sprinkle some iron fillings. Iron fillings means you are going to sprinkle the iron powder of iron. Okay, so this iron is going to be sprinkled all around this bar magnet, and you are going to gently tap the cardboard where you are using this where you are doing this experiment. So after tapping, we will see that these iron fillings are going to align in a regular manner. Okay, they are going to align in a regular manner, as you could see here. Okay, so this is how they are going to be formed. by sprinkling some iron fillings around bar magnet. So it is observed by moving it is also observed by moving magnetic compass. Now instead of just sprinkling some iron fillings over this bar magnet, you could also find out the magnetic field lines. We could also draw the magnetic field lines using a magnetic compass. Okay, you have to keep a bar magnet here and you keep the magnetic compass here. Just make a dot where this needle passing, okay, in the direction in this needle is passing. In the same manner you are going to do like this. So you could draw many of such lines, and when you are going to join these points, you are going to see that the magnetic lines could be seen here, okay, like this. It could be seen in the same manner as it is shown here in the next diagram. So this is how magnetic field lines are to be drawn. It could be done in two ways. I have told both the ways. Now what are the properties of magnetic field lines? Magnetic field lines emerges at north. This is the first property. So it emerges at the north pole and merges to the south pole. Means it is coming out from the north pole and it is entering in the south pole. It appears to be, please remember, it appears to come from the north pole and going towards the south pole. Okay. Next, the magnetic field lines are forming closer, they are very closer to the poles. So these are called poles, where not with at the edge of these bar magnets, they are called poles. Okay, so these poles in just beside the poles, you could see that there is a strong magnetic field. Okay, so these magnetic field lines are very close to each other when they are coming closer to the poles of the magnets. Okay, these magnetic field lines do not intersect each other, so they are not going to cross each other. Two magnetic lines, they are never going to cross each other. Okay, please remember, it cannot cross each other, so this is a wrong way. So why it is not going to pass, why it is not going to cross each other, I'll just tell you in the upcoming slides. Okay, so these are the three basic properties of magnetic field lines, that each magnetic field line is coming from, it arises from north and it ends in south. Okay, and see, you could see the direction also is drawn here. It is always coming from north and going into south, and it is very close near the poles. See, in this original photograph also you could see that near the poles the magnetic field lines they have a greater density. Okay, and they are not going to cross, they are not going to intersect each other. So this is about the magnetic field lines and its properties. Okay, so we have discussed about the history of magnets today, and also I have told you some topics which will be discussed. We have also studied about the various types of magnets, where the these magnets have certain properties, that also I have told you. So this magnetic, and next we have studied about the magnetic field and magnetic field lines. The magnetic field is the area around a magnet where you could experience the force of attraction or force of repulsion around a magnet. Okay, so next we have studied about magnetic field lines. These lines are nothing but they are the imaginary lines which is drawn in the magnetic field, which is drawn around a magnetic field, and it is very much closer in the around the poles. Okay, and it arises from north and it ends in south, and it is not going to cross each other, it is not going to intersect each other. Okay, see, this is not going to intersect each other because two tangents could not be formed at a same point. Okay, so this was all about the magnetic field lines. Okay, so that's all for in today's video. I'll meet you all in the next video.